So many of my clients come to me with topics around confidence. They've either been told that they need to develop more confidence, come across more confidently, or they themselves feel that they suffer from a lack of confidence. One of the key ways that it tends to present itself is with an inability to speak up in senior leadership meetings. They've been invited but rarely say anything. If this is you, then stay with me for 5 key tips that are going to help you speak up and make an impact in those meetings too. If you don't want to miss a single tip or strategy that's going to help you become the leader that you want to be and that we all need, then hit the subscribe button and hit that bell so that you get an alert whenever I post a new video. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Sonia Gavira and I'm a leadership and success coach. I've spent the last 20 years or so working with leaders at all levels in organisations. And today I want to give you some tips and ideas that are going to help get your voice heard in those senior meetings so that you can start to make the impact that you want and need in order to progress in your career. Now, tip number 1 is all around mindset. Senior leadership are not there to trip you up. They want to hear from you. So check your beliefs. Are you in any way thinking that if you say something wrong, you'll look stupid and that's going to affect your career? Or maybe you go, who am I? No one wants to hear from me. Or even, I'll go talk to them afterwards, one-on-one. Now, all of these beliefs are going to stop you from speaking up in the meeting. The other day, I had one of my coachees, quite a senior leader actually, in a well-known organisation, say to me, Sonia, I prefer to listen, digest, and then make comments later. It's just my leadership style. Now, my challenge to her was, that's great. But if they don't hear your voice in the room, what makes you think that they're going to listen to you afterwards? When is that the right thing to do? And when do you need to speak up? Tip number 2 is also something that you need to do before the meeting, and that is prepare. Rarely will you be asked to attend a senior leadership meeting last minute. So make sure that you know what the meeting is about and why you're there. That will tell you what they believe your contribution could be. And remember, the more senior you are in an organisation, the more removed you are from the front line. What is it that you know that they just don't have access to anymore? Tip number 3 is a really important one, and that is get your voice in the room as soon as possible. The longer you leave it, the more difficult it's going to become for you to speak. And it doesn't have to be with something earth-shattering. It could even be a, hello, how are you? Or, nice to see you. Just something simple. Getting your voice and your language going will get your thinking brain in the room and actually calm any butterflies that might be present. The longer you leave it before you say anything, the harder it becomes as your emotions start to rule and will literally prevent you from speaking in order to keep you safe and safe from all of those imaginary threats and harm. What is it that you could say straight away at the next senior team meeting that you're invited to? Let me know in the comments below. Now this leads to tip number 4, which is ask questions or invite more information. Speaking doesn't mean having to come up with a great idea. Asking questions and inviting more information from others in the room is a way to get your voice heard as well as showing your engagement and interest. It'll then start to feel like a conversation, which will be so much easier to handle and engage in. Now remember that people love to talk about what's important to them. If you show genuine interest and curiosity, you're going to be seen as someone to talk to, as someone to debate things with. And finally, tip number 5, develop those relationships outside of the meetings. It's so much easier to speak up and contribute in meetings when you already have some sort of relationship with the people there. Talking to strangers is much harder as it feels more risky. So figure out how you can develop those relationships. For example, you might look at getting involved in project teams that these people lead or are involved in. Or if your organisation has some sort of intranet messaging system, then looking out for what they write on there or comment on there and commenting yourself. Or maybe one of these people could become a mentor for you. All of these are ways to develop the relationship. So just to recap, number 1, mind your mindset. And remember, these are people who want and need your contribution. Number 2, prepare. Don't go in cold. Number 3, get your voice into the room ASAP. Number 4, ask questions or invite more information so that you start that dialogue. And number 5, develop those relationships outside of the meetings. Now, if you're interested in more tips and tools that can help you on your leadership journey, I have a great ebook called The Roadmap to Leadership Success that you can get for just £27 and which is going to help you identify the next steps for your success as a leader in your organization. Just go to the description below and check out the link. And remember, if you found this valuable, please like and share this video. Tell me what it is that helped you the most today. And remember to subscribe and hit the bell to get to know when my next video is out. Look forward to speaking to you then. Bye.